beautiful and amazing crafters, welcome to another video of Crafting with Shaneda. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful holiday cards in Canva and then cut it with your Cricut machine or cutting machine. Now to get started, I already have a pre-made template for my cards. I sized this in Cricut Design Space, so when I go to make a card, I'll just go to my template and I can just design from there. If you would like the measurements that I use for this template, let me know in the description box below and I'll create a landing page so that way you can have this template as well. So I have a template for a vertical and horizontal card, and I'm going to start with the horizontal card today. I even made a template for an envelope and an envelope liner, as well as my mailing labels, and I do everything right in Cricut Design Space. So I created these 3 designs in Canva and uploaded them into Cricut Design Space, and it's measured to fit right on top of my card. And I'm going to make one more, and I want to show you how I created this process. So I'm going to head over to Canva. I do have Canva Pro, and I'm going to size my template the correct size of my card. And this would be the first layer of my card. Canva has really great templates to use, so I'm going to do that today. I'm just going to type in holiday cards, and I have so many different options to choose from. This year we didn't take family pictures, so I wasn't able to use these beautiful templates with the family picture, but I'm still going to find something that will look nice and be able to give out for the holidays. The great thing about Canva is that you could bit and piece different templates to make them your own. Sometimes I like to take one and maybe take an element from another and just personalize the template. Once I'm happy with the design, I'm going to save this as a PNG and upload it into Cricut Design Space. Once I upload it to Cricut Design Space, I go ahead and just resize it to the correct size and just make sure it fits perfectly in front of my card. Sometimes I like to have a background to my card using a piece of gold cardstock or glitter cardstock. So the good thing about the template is you definitely can resize it if necessary. So since I'm just going to work on this one today, I'm going to go ahead and delete the other templates that I made, and we'll go ahead and send this to cut and assemble the card. And I also like to create an inner section for my card as well, where I can have Cricut Design Space write out my sentiment, and I do have a video about this. I'll make sure to list that in the description box below. So now that I have everything prepared and even have the sentiment portion ready, I'm ready to assemble my card. So for the first layer, I'm going to be using glossy photo paper for this layer. I'm going to be using the setting at medium cardstock, and I will have all the items listed in the description box below. Once I print it out with my inkjet printer, I'm just going to use my standard grit mat and send it to cut. I like the shine that it brings to the design, and just to make sure that I don't mess up the cardstock, I always like to put a piece of paper on top or something on top before using my brayer tool, just to flatten the card and just keep from any roller marks or any kind of debris getting on the card. Now, like I stated earlier, I do sometimes like to use a piece of gold or glitter cardstock just to give it a little bit more dimension to the card. And I'm going to be using this double-sided tape to adhere everything and put everything together. This tape is very sticky and I really like it. It lays flat. Definitely will be using this for my cards in the future. Now I'm going to go ahead and prepare my envelope. I'm going to use this reflection cardstock that I got from Michaels, and I'm going to search for a pattern that I like and use that to cut out for the envelope. I'm going to be using the heavy cardstock setting, and I'm going to make sure I load my scoring stylus in the machine. Now that it's cut and it has its score lines, I'm just going to fold on the score lines and just go ahead and seal the bottom portion of the envelope. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the liner to put inside. I got this really pretty frosted paper from Amazon a few years back, and I'm going to use that for the liner. And now you can do your liner different ways if you want it to fit all the way across, but for this template, I'm just going to leave a little space around the edges and just make sure when I fold it over, it doesn't, it fits accordingly. And I'm just going to adhere it and seal it down with some double-sided tape and glue just to make sure it stays in place around the corners. I added a little logo at the back of the card, and I just placed the card in a cellophane sleeve. And now I'm going to place it in the envelope. And I'm just going to add a couple pieces of peppermint candy to go inside. And then using some double-sided tape, I'm going to place this across the top of the envelope so that way I can seal it. So all I have to do now is just add the address and a stamp, and my beautiful card is ready to go in the mail. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned a little bit or a lot, and we cannot wait to see you on the next video of Crafting with Shaneda. Happy crafting!